Hello everyone, this is Lillian and today we'll be going over conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is one of my favorite tools because it can make a Google spreadsheet really easy to read with just a couple of clicks. So here I have some sample data from one of my projects, and this is just a small section of a very large set of data, but as you can see, it's a lot of numbers that could be really hard to read if you didn't know what was going on. So I used conditional formatting to make it a little bit easier to read. So we're going to go through the different things that I did and show you how we did them. So first off, we have humidity. Now humidity, I wanted to be able to tell whenever, at a glance, whenever we're having an increase in our humidity. So I'm going to come over here to our copy. First off, I'm going to get rid of the formatting. So press Control A to highlight all of the text and then hit Format, come down here to Clear Formatting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this column, right click, and do Conditional Formatting. So now for this one, I'm going to use a color scale. So for the color scale, I have my range, and then I have my format rules. So I'm going to say my format rules, I want it to go from lightest to darkest. So my lowest minimum value is going to be white, and my highest minimum value is going to be green. So just like that, with a few simple clicks, my highest numbers will automatically be calculated and be the darkest shade of green. So next one we're going to look at is changing between two different colors. So here's my temperature, and I want to tell whenever it's getting warmer and whenever it's getting cooler. So my warmer temperatures are going to be my orange, and then my cooler temperatures are going to be blue. So once again, I'm going to highlight this column. Now another way that you can get to conditional formatting other than the right click is you can do Format, Conditional Formatting. So make sure that you're in your right range, and we're going to choose Color Scale. And for this one, I'm going to choose down here, going between three colors. You can also set custom colors. So to set a custom color, you're going to come over here to your minimum value. And I made this very light blue for my coldest value. And then for my max value, I'm choosing a warm color for warmer temperatures. And then you can also set your percentile. So for me, most of the time, you're going to want it at 50%. And Google will already automatically do all your calculations for you and select your colors. So now you can see as our temperature changes, we get a color change too. Now for the air quality, this is just a repeat of whatever I did for the humidity. And now we're going to go over to the fun part, which is our single cell or single color formatting. So as you can see, I have over here my score, and I have different kinds of scores that you can get on the indoor air quality. So for example, you can have good, moderate, unhealthy, for sensitive groups, unhealthy, very unhealthy, and hazardous. So to do this, once again, we're going to select our range. And if you already have the menu open, you can just click Add Another Rule. So we're in single color, we have our range, and then we're going to choose which formatting rule we want to do. So all of these are really awesome, and I recommend playing with them. We're going to be using text contains or text is exactly. Now, text contains means does it just include this words. Text is exactly means it's looking for exactly these words. Now, the reason why this makes a difference is depending on what your data is. So if you just had good or bad, then you can just do text contains because it doesn't really matter. However, if you look at my data, we have several words repeated. So we had unhealthy for sensitive groups, unhealthy, very unhealthy. If I just did text contains unhealthy, then it would make all of those colors that same color. So going back, how we're going to set the colors. So we're going to do our good for green. So if text contains the word good, we can come here and choose our color. So now anytime it says good, it'll be green. We can press add another rule, and it'll be for that same range. So if text contains moderate, and we're going to set this color to yellow. And this can be repeated for each one. Another thing you can do with this, so if text contains hazardous, and I chose the color black, I'm going to want to change my text to be white so that way it can actually be legible.